Yo, what's going on everyone? Saintsfan here. Welcome back to another GTA 5 Q&A. Today we have some interesting topics to discuss, and we're going to hop into the first one from Yellow Mamba. Now, this is one of GTA's many mysteries, but what was the logic behind us not being able to get into our garage from our stealth house? You know, it's the same logic behind the fact that the clothes in the game, they have the same color name, but yet the colors are different. Like black pants and black vests or whatever, none of them actually look the same. It's really weird. I don't know that logic. And honestly, it's one of the reasons why I don't have a stealth house, because I couldn't get to my garage from it. I had to go through another loading screen just to get to it. Next question though from a gamer, do you really think the next DLC could be big? Really big? Big is good. Well, I'm going to answer this just because I want to stop seeing these questions. So many people always say, hey, Saintsfan, what do you think the next DLC is going to be? Do you think it's going to be good? You think it's going to be big? And I'm not including like the 3 lowrider cars. That's just a given. That's not even a DLC really. That's just some extra leftover stuff from the DLC we just had. But here's what I see with GTA Online and what's going to happen over the next few months. So after these 3 cars come out, depending on what that next DLC is, I think that's going to determine whether or not we know that GTA Online is basically done for, or if they have a lot more in the tank for it. Because after these 3 things, like when E3 comes around in May and in June, if they announce some pretty badass like executives and other criminals type of DLC, or like a not Heist 2.0, but a DLC similar to Heist and how it brought a bunch of content to GTA Online, if they announce something like that, then we'll know, all right, we're back on track. We got all the lowrider stuff, all these like cars and clothes and guns out the way. Now we got some actually good gameplay, some good stuff and fun stuff to do in the game. But if they don't do that and they just come out with another whatever Ill-Gotten Gains 3 or some other DLC that just adds or takes cars that are already in the game, brings them to Benny's, and then adds a few guns and clothes, then we'll kind of know that, all right, you know, we've gone through this enough. This kind of looks like it's going to be it for until GTA 6, I guess. So that's what I see happening. You guys can obviously let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Moving on, next question from Pasta Boy. Do you think that this door I found in Benny's of a cavalcade could be a teaser of a following update? Like, I think we're digging a little bit too deep here. You could be onto something, because they did have the, what was it? The Tornado? One of the cars that came out, it was in Benny's. I can't remember which one. The Banshee, I think it was actually when Benny's first came. People were saying that the Banshee was next, and they were correct. There's also a cheetah underneath the tarp in there. Could that be next as well? Maybe, I don't know. I will say you do have a good eye, because I would have not have guessed that door is for a cavalcade. But it'll be interesting to see like what happens with Benny's, you know, from here on forward. If they're just gonna stick with Benny's, or if they're gonna do other DLCs that include cars that you can upgrade in Benny's. Next question from Trent. Which Rockstar game do you think is next? GTA 6, Red Dead 3, or Midnight Club 2? So I think I've answered this question once or twice in the past, but this guy threw a Midnight Club. And I want to talk about that because I feel like that's an underrated game. And I don't think Rockstar is actually planning on making another Midnight Club. But I will say, Midnight Club LA, probably my favorite racing game of all time. I had so much fun in that game. I love the car customization. That's one of the main things I love about GTA. But in that game, obviously, they took it to another level. And I love the store on there. Basically, you could share your creation with the entire community. And then people could buy it, and you can buy other people's. It was really awesome. I love that idea. Red Dead 3, whatever it's going to be called, like, that game's going to be amazing. Red Dead Redemption, one of my favorite games of all time. So obviously, I'm hyped about that. And then GTA 6, look, if they take our complaints that we had about GTA 5 and GTA Online and fix them, then I think GTA 6 will be a really great game. So that's a tough call between those 3. Probably Red Dead's coming out. Which one would I would like to see? If I had to choose one, though, I mean, like I've said in the past, Red Dead 3 is just because it's my favorite game, franchise, like, of all time. But Midnight Club, man, that I feel like that's an underrated. Let me know in the comments, did you guys play Midnight Club LA? If you did you like it? Because I wish they would make another Midnight Club again. That'd be really awesome. Dammy with the next question. Do you think GTA 5 or another game from Rockstar will be compatible with the PlayStation VR? Now, this is actually really interesting. I think about a month or so ago, I saw a video where somebody modded in the Oculus Rift for GTA, and it was crazy. Like, you had, first-person view of your character, you know, shooting people. Like it was pretty intense, man, because it looks like you're actually shooting the guy. You know, it's not like your character's doing it. You're actually doing it. It's crazy. And I'm actually pretty excited about VR. I know, like, the Oculus Rift, I think, came out recently. There's, like, another one that Steam's making. There's obviously the PlayStation one. I would hope so, though, that in the future Rockstar games are VR compatible, I guess, because that would be pretty awesome. Whether it's Red Dead, you know, you're riding on a horse in the Wild West, like, immersed into that as you, or whether it is GTA, I would definitely like to see that, man. Okay, and then get into our two questions of the day. So this first one from Pratik, and I'm only answering this because I did get a lot of comments and questions about this over the weekend, but what do you think about this Tokyo location as the GTA 6 location? So if you don't know, there was like a bunch of websites that reported on this over the weekend, saying that there was this source that said Rockstar was scouting Tokyo as a location for GTA 6. But then they decided they didn't want to do that, so they scrapped that location. But what do I think about it? I don't know. I feel like if GTA was set in a different country, it just wouldn't be the same. I know, like, there was GTA in London at a certain point, but somewhere like Tokyo, although, like, the setting and location would be cool, I just don't think it would have that GTA feeling. I saw somebody say this, like, if Rockstar wanted to, you know, go places around the world, if they could start up, you know, a new franchise. Maybe they use Agent for that. They can go to Tokyo or go to all these other places that people want to visit, and then have GTA stay in America. Now, they don't need to stay in just the cities that they have, you know, Vice City, Liberty City, San Andreas. They can go other places, but personally, I would rather it be in America. What do you guys think, though? You know, would you like GTA to go international, or do you think that would sort of ruin the feeling, I guess, of GTA? And then the other question of the day from Yellow Mamba again. He says, do you think that we will start to only see these small DLC or these small Benny DLCs from now on, now that GTA is old? So like I mentioned at the beginning, it's going to depend on what they do with this next DLC, like in the summer. And the question I want you guys to answer, in addition to that GTA 6 one, would you like to have DLCs in the future only be in Bennies? Like, from now on, if the DLCs, if they only included cars that were in Bennies or cars that were in the game and they brought them to Bennies, would you like that? Or would you want them to go back to the sort of more traditional route of adding actual new cars instead of the old cars trying to make them new with, like, new customization? I will say, if they do go the route of literally just adding cars to Bennies from now on, I think they need to put more Bennies places, just because that one in the city, it gets crowded too often, and especially if a lot of the newer cars come out and that is the only place you can customize them, then the regular LSCs that are already in the game, they basically become useless. But yeah, I'm interested to hear your opinion on that as well. Anyway, that is it with the Q&A. Thank you guys for watching. As always, if you have a question you want to ask, you can go on Twitter and use the hashtag AskSaints. See you guys in the next one, though. Drop a like, subscribe, all that stuff. And as always, it's your boy Saintsfan. I'm out. Peace.